How much do you think it would cost for someone to live in a hotel for 30 days? A 5-star hotel exactly like this one behind me? I'm staying at this hotel for 3 days. My family came to visit me, so we booked a big hotel here in Bali, Indonesia. And then I started wondering, man, how much would someone have to earn to be able to afford living in places exactly like this one here? How much would they have to earn per month to live here for a whole month or even for the rest of their life? In hotels like this one. By the way, take a look at how amazing this pool is. I'm heading there soon to have breakfast, and I'll show you the breakfast as well. So you'll get to see the breakfast at this hotel, which is called Radisson Blu, located in Bali, Indonesia, in the Uluwatu region. Man, this pool is huge, really beautiful, and it's packed with people here in the afternoon. Today, the weather isn't really helping, right? But that's okay. All of this area here, these blocks, are the rooms. So we're staying in that block over there. The room is wonderful, it's spectacular. Right in front, there is the breakfast area. Here, there's a bar and a restaurant. In the back, there are 2 restaurants, and up there is the reception. And over there, there's also a gym. Let's go check out the gym, because that already helps to figure out some of the costs a person needs to cover to afford all this. Because there's a gym in the hotel. Is it the best gym in the world? Of course not. But with a gym like this, you don't need to pay for a gym membership anywhere else. The monthly fee you spend on the hotel already includes the gym and breakfast. So you eliminate 2 expenses from your budget, right? Because, in my opinion, you have to work out every day, and you could do that here. And have breakfast every day. You can have breakfast at the hotel too, which is great. Look at this, guys. Morning, how are you? How beautiful is this? There's a spa here, and over there is the gym. I want to show you the gym. I worked out here every day, no problem. You can do your workout here easily. About the price per night at this hotel, okay? In the low season, which is right now it's low season because it's not vacation time anywhere. Then the rainy season has started in Bali, right? Hi there, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Look, this is the hotel's impressive, well-equipped gym. There's a water area over there, and there's a woman on the treadmill here. There are treadmills, an elliptical, I forgot the name of this one here, Smith. For performing various barbell exercises, complete with appropriate weights, a dedicated machine for targeting legs and abdominal muscles, and another specialized machine for working the chest, shoulders, and biceps muscles. A bunch of various dumbbells, sturdy benches, and a specialized machine for back and triceps. Another bench. And here's an area for stretching, yoga, more mobility and such. Is it perfect? No. But it does the job, no problem. You can do your cardio, you can lift some weights, all good. I trained here without any issues and was at least able to keep up my workout routine, right? Which is important. There's a lock too. You don't pay extra for this, okay? This is included in the money you'll spend on the hotel. Now let's go to the breakfast part. Because the breakfast is really good. It started raining here. If a drop lands on the lens, I'll wipe it off. Okay, the price per night at the hotel. Low season, about $120 per day, more or less. On weekends, it might be a little more expensive. On weekdays, it might be a little cheaper, but it's roughly in that range, $120. In high season, I believe the price goes up quite a bit. And just a reminder, we're in Asia. Indonesia is in Asia, so 5-star hotels here in Asia might be cheaper than 5-star hotels, for example, in Europe. So there's this difference from continent to continent. The price adjusts accordingly. So let's suppose your idea was to live in hotels. 5-star hotels in places that are in the low season and on continents that are inexpensive. There are a lot of beautiful places in Asia. In my opinion, Asia is the best continent in the world to travel and discover new things. So you could easily live in several hotels in Asia, no problem, and you would have an amazing experience. I'm going to go in here filming the breakfast. Let me just ask if it's allowed, right? Because here there are people who wear headscarves and sometimes they don't want to appear on camera. Yes, just for one. Outside, please. Right outside, if you would. Actually, at this very moment, after what feels like a rather long and somewhat tiring day, all I truly want, more than anything else, is a perfectly brewed, steaming, hot cup of coffee. It's a simple pleasure, but one that I am genuinely looking forward to right now. Just a coffee. Okay. Certainly, you are welcome to take the freshly brewed coffee inside with you. Okay, thank you very much for your kind assistance, and please, just leave it carefully right there on the table. Here is a section of cold cuts and deli meats, right? Over there, where the guy is putting things, is a yogurt section. So hi, good morning. Pudding, like chia pudding, yogurt. I don't know how to say this in Portuguese, but it's that I already mess up the names of things in Portuguese. Banana bread, another mousse, some local treats. This here is Indonesian local food. Here there's a tea station, more coffee, and a seating area. Here is the whole drink section. Water, flavored water, natural juices, right? Fresh watermelon juice, new, all kinds of milk you can think of, green juice, etc. Here, some toppings for you to put probably on your yogurt. And here is the cheese section. So there are all kinds of cheeses. From Parmesan, Gouda, Brie, Gruyere to a little butter. This butter here is really tasty, okay? Really, really good. And here are the bread sections. This machine is to heat up your bread. And here the lady keeps putting out fresh bread. So here is regular sliced bread. This is sourdough bread. Over there are some little bruschettas. Here you have baguette, croissant, cinnamon roll. And over here, the whole area is for food itself. So here you'll find all kinds of food. Indian, panema, salad, paratha. We have a wonderful selection of fresh vegetables, delicious beans, and many Americans certainly enjoy eating these items here, right? There are also farm-fresh eggs, hearty potatoes, some delightful little fried things, ripe red tomatoes, a savory quiche, and tender chicken. And I must ask, is this indeed rice? This section here is just for eggs. You choose the type of egg you want. Oh, I want an omelette, I want scrambled eggs, with which condiments? If you want poached, eggs Benedict, sunny side up. And then you write down what you want. The guy makes it right here. Hello, good morning, with the condiments they have. Here they already have some fried eggs, right? Fried vegetables. Man, there's so much stuff, seriously. Chicken. Here it's sausage and bacon. Here there's bacon, here there's sausage. And there's even more. Just imagine, you could have breakfast here every day without getting bored. Good morning, how are you? So you can have breakfast here, no problem. Of course, everything is included, you don't have to pay anything. And here is a food section. Hi, good morning. Of Asian food. And it's like noodles, which the guy makes, right? The guy is making noodles right there, look. And you choose what you want. All of this is included. You could eat here for a whole month. You won't get tired of it at all. You can always change up the food. So you never get bored, right? Because the selection is really huge. Look at the size of this big jar of Nutella for you to put on your crepe or your waffle, whatever you like. I'm just going to grab a coffee here. It's really simple. You take this, put it down here, and we're off. The hotel isn't very full. It's actually pretty empty. That's because we're here at a time that's almost a holiday. We're getting close to Christmas, and around Christmas, this place must get really crowded. I was traveling in June and July here in Bali as well, with my brother and my cousin, and we saw that this same hotel wasn't $120, it was more like $400, if I'm not mistaken. So the difference between high season and low season is pretty big, okay? Really big, actually. The coffee is almost ready, and then it's going to drip. I think I can do it. Can I pull this off? There we go. Done? I'll come back to eat later. Find a spot where I won't get rained on and have some coffee while chatting here in the video. It's $120, already including breakfast and access to the gym. What else do you need to survive? You need to eat every day and you need to get around. The breakfast is really good. There's no way around it, right? Starting the day with coffee is really great. Today the trip ends. Today is already Monday. I need to go back to Tianggu, which is my home, where I live, right? There are another 15 days of travel, of family time. All right, I found a little spot to set up the camera, and here we can just chat. $120 per day, including lodging, gym, and breakfast. I'm going to do the math here on my phone so we can follow along. Phone cleared, 120 times 30, $3,600. I'll do it in dollars first, then we'll convert it. A motorcycle? A good motorcycle here in Indonesia. For you to get around, to go to restaurants, to go to the beach, to do whatever you want, you'll spend about $190 a month on the monthly motorcycle rental, plus the cost of gas. So I'm going to add 190 here. 3,790, already including lodging, motorcycle, gas, gym, and breakfast, all right? What's missing? Lunch and dinner. You won't need to cook because you won't be cooking at the hotel. You'll eat out every day at restaurants. Eating at restaurants in Bali isn't that expensive. You can eat very well without spending too much money per meal. And I'm going to set a safe margin, okay? $25 per meal. 2 meals a day, dinner and lunch, you'll spend $50. In a month, you'll spend $1,500, right? Plus an additional $3,790, that's a grand total of $5,290 altogether. If we convert that to reais, that's 28,700 bucks. For someone to spend 28,000 reais a month on this kind of luxury, in my opinion, they should be earning at least double that. So man, to live like this, you need to be making $60,000 a month or $10,500 to allow yourself to live full-time in a 5-star hotel. Sleeping every day in a hotel bed, having hotel breakfast every day, living in this kind of luxury every single day, here in this place of abundance, with a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous view. Look, this place is really beautiful. It's a lifestyle. Man, is it expensive? It's about 28,000 reais. Could you spend that in Brazil for a family to live on 28,000 reais in São Paulo or in any city in Brazil? It's not that unrealistic. It's just that here you'd spend that for one person, right? But if you think about it, if you were to do this with 2 people, like you and your wife or you and your husband, the room would be the same. The price of the accommodation itself doesn't get more expensive. What does get more expensive is the food. When you go out for dinner or lunch, so it doesn't stray much from that. The budget, 60,000 reais per month. That's what a person needs to earn to be able to live this life here for a whole month, comfortably in a 5-star hotel. And you can hop from hotel to hotel, 5-star to 5-star hotel. Now, I want you to comment here on the video. Did you think it would be more expensive, or did you think it would be cheaper? If you had that kind of money, would you spend 30,000 reais a month to live this luxury lifestyle, at least for a period of your life here? In my opinion, yes, it's worth it. The idea is really interesting, including the possibility of making this a part of my life for a specific period. Like, you know what? I'm going to live 6 months in 6 different hotels. 1 month in one country, the next month in another, then another, and so on. That could be really cool to do. It would be, at the very least, really interesting to be able to do that for a period in life, traveling and hopping from country to country. If you didn't know this channel, subscribe. I'm going to bring a lot of content about travel, a lot of content about entrepreneurship, a lot of content about making money. For example, how to make 60,000 reais a month so you can live in a place like this. Leave a like on the video, which is really important to help boost it, and I'll see you in the next video. We're in this together.